The Asus Zenbook 410 line is the most recent laptop release of Asus, together with the 430. Still, up till now it has been a really slow release from Asus. There's not much info about it, other than the website on this moment. The model we're looking at right here is the Zenbook UX410UA, a 14-inch Ultrabook with an i5 7200U, 8GB of RAM and a 256GB SSD. In the Netherlands it's currently €899 for this model. Starting from the outside, the laptop comes in at 2.2 cm thick. This is the height with the rubber feet. The body itself is about 1.9 cm thick and has an optical taper to the front edge. The body itself measures in at 32.3 cm wide and 22.3 cm in depth. With these measurements it fits in a 13-inch sleeve without a problem. Talking about sleeves, they, or maybe a case, are really a must for this Zenbook. It's made completely out of magnesium alloy, which is known to get scratched quite easily. It does, however, feel really nice and premium. Even though it's a bit thicker than its competitors, with 1.4 kilograms it feels like a really light machine. The top of the Zenbook has a really recognizable Zenbook styling with a brushed look. The laptop is silver/greyish, but has a clear magenta pinkish tint in it. Next to this 2.5-year-old aluminium Dell XPS, it looks even more pink. It's very noticeable though, you can only see it if you're looking for it. On the bottom there are 4 quite tall rubber feet. They are meant to stop the Zenbook from sliding around, but in practice they are the worst rubber feet I have ever come across. While plugging in a USB device, the laptop just slides away on a normal desk. On the outside we can furthermore see all the ports, which are located on the left and right hand sides. On the left we can see the power input, a USB 3.0 port, full-sized HDMI, unlike many other Ultrabooks, a USB Type-C port, and a headphone microphone combo jack. On the right side we can see 2 lights. One indicates if the laptop is turned on, the other one gives charging status. This is followed by a full SD card slot and 2 USB 2.0 ports. Why is Asus still giving laptop multiple 2.0 ports? No one knows. At least it's nice they included the Type-C port and the headphone jack, of course. Opening up the laptop we can see a 14-inch full HD screen with 6mm bezels. It's an amazingly great IPS display. The matte coating even makes it better to see in direct sunlight or outside. 2017 is moving in the right direction with bezels slowly disappearing. The hinge has a decent bit of heft on it and is not possible to open with one hand. It does, however, feel really quite smooth. Above the display there are dual microphones, a 720p webcam and an ambient light sensor together with the notification LED for when the webcam is turned on. The camera is of quite decent quality, good enough for lots of conference calling. Below the screen you can see the keyboard. It's a fully backlit keyboard with some amazing travels for such a light laptop. It travels with a light click. It sponges up the clicks a bit, but it's not really mushy, I'd say. The only strange thing is the layout. It has an Apple-like power on and off button on the upper right corner, which will drive you insane for the first couple of days. I also kind of feel like the keys are spaced closer together than I'm used to. It does also need to get used to, but after that you can get up to speed fairly quickly. With 3 stages of backlight, it's really a quite nice addition for a portable laptop. And a decent keyboard can't be taken for granted anymore in 2017. Below the keyboard is a nicely sized trackpad. It feels like a glass surface, as they advertise. It gives off huge Apple vibes. It's smooth, responsive, it does gestures quite well. Scrolling does seem strange, however, with some weird acceleration issues. I think it could be fixed within the software though. The really annoying thing is the second Chrome you will see on this laptop. Next to the browser, the trackpad is fully surrounded by an angled piece of chrome which can sometimes reflect light into your eyes horribly. As for the internals, there is not much to talk about. It's decently fast enough for a casual user or student, but is not meant for gaming or heavy video editing. With the latest 7th Gen i5, it's great on battery life and it handles almost all tasks with ease. The 8GB of 2133MHz RAM is great to have. It gives more breathing room than 4GB, while it's fast enough for most situations. As for the GPU, it only has Intel HD graphics. Some light gaming on Minecraft can be done, but it's really not made for it. What it is made for is use on the road, with more than capable specs and a great battery. The 48 Wh battery actually keeps the 14-inch screen turned on for quite a while. With good managing and light browsing, up to 10 hours is possible. With some more intensive use, the 7th Gen processors are getting better at lower power consumption, so you'll get around 5 or 6 hours. Do not fear, however, the power brick, which you can hardly call a brick, is amazingly small and light with a long cable. The only quirky thing are the fans on this laptop. On idle or light browsing, the fans sometimes kick in very quietly. It's barely noticeable, but at night you can hear it. For the most part, it's quite a silent notebook. Also, I think there's a large slab of magnesium on the bottom, which will passively cool the laptop. On the inside, up to our i7 7th Gen is possible with 16GB of RAM. The SSD is an M.2 type, which is really quite nice. It comes with the possibility to even put in a second hard drive, a 2.5-inch bay. It could be a HDD to store a lot of files, or another SSD for even more fast storage. With those specs, it could be a desktop and travel companion, but with a lacking GPU, it's not the best choice in my opinion. However, if you don't play heavier games than Minecraft and use Paint as the only creative editing software you use, then it's a great travel companion. It's thicker than competitors, but with the same weight, with the option to add another drive, this Zenbook could last you for quite a decent time in the future. This, together with the fairly complete I/O for such a light notebook, makes it a great value. Thank you for watching. If you have any comments, remarks, questions, leave them below and I will answer as soon as I can. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Cheers.